Boom. Nailed it. Hello, everybody. We are back. Finally. Lucas of Lucas Chief right here with my friends. And we'll be joined by Lydia in just a moment. But we're back to play the Sunless Citadel. Well, Chapter 1, the Sunless Citadel of the Yawning Portal campaign. This is Episode 11. And our season finale and channel finale for now. Yes, you heard it right. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're like, yeah, I already know from the ones before. Shut up. Okay, fine. Well, this is our last night. We're going to make it good. Have a couple hours of fun. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Hello to all my players. Hello to the audience, which are bots and Jodo. And welcome. Change the game. Throw some cheer bits in for these poor saps so that they don't get murderized by a white dragon. What? White dragon, you say? Yes, it's coming up. Anyway.
Watch like 2 episodes ago.
What? Just get murderized.
It was good, murdery fun. All right. Where is all of my notes? Actually, the notes are kept by our lovely Ava playing Neryl.
Oh yeah, I don't have that open either.
But, Tobias, I'll have to know your passive perception and Lydia's when you have a chance.
He said 11.
11, thank you. So, last time, we went back to Oakhurst. The only surviving member that we know for sure, Richter Merkel, crawled back to Oakhurst and
Yeah, it was.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. He left all his friends behind to meet a grisly doom. But really, if you want to look at who was smart,
I mean, I'm alive and they are not.
I know. He who laughed last still dies. Anyways, no. So we get back, and of course, as we bring in new characters, hey, cool. It looks like I got someone in my chat that is trying to spam. Wish I knew how to get rid of them. Well,
Did it not make giving the boot easy?
I just have to know how to use this, and I don't. But
good
You
lord.
can hover over it, right click, and then
block them,
yeah, and then
report them.
Yeah.
Spam.
At some point, if you want to give me mod powers, I can also keep an eye on that.
I will definitely get to it. Tell us more. No.
No freaking spamming! No.
Be gone, bot!
That's right. He gone. Where's Jodo? Anyway, I will get you the bot powers later on. Anyway, we're going to keep going here. I introduced a patron. Or we made a patron thing. So we got the new sorcerers in town with his caravan. He brought along some people with him, which would be Frost's new character, Ava's backup character, and his second. So 4 new people roll into town there. Meanwhile, Tobias and Neryl, a paladin and a druid barbarian, also arrived in town around the same time. They got to know each other a little bit. They get to know Richter. Everybody's, role playing, getting to know, like, hey, we want to go to the Sunless Citadel. Check out the fruit. Well, I know it. I'm the only survivor there. Patron's like, I'll pay you to go there. I'm looking for stuff. We'll get into the more role playing, right? And then, of course, the goblins with a hobgoblin come to sell their midsummer fruit. We'll just go over to that screen right now. Our faces are not prepared, but you can see the map. And you guys pretty much made quick work of a hobgoblin, like what, 6 goblins or something like that?
I think we actually only killed like 3.
Well, yeah, but they
goblins.
scattered as soon as I bit the head off the hobgoblin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the goblin got pwned right off the bat, and then I chased the other goblin and eventually scared him so badly that he dropped the fruit.
He did. You convinced him to, and a couple got away, but this is Hollywood.
Goblins.
You probably see him again.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll go back from the map there. So that was a really quick recap. Does anybody want to add anything specific that they were like, yeah, I did this last time, or this thing happened? I want to make sure we put it out there.
I mean, Neryl turned into a fuck huge bear.
There's that.
I mean,
Tobias turned into a scary one raven-winged monstrosity for a little while.
And I don't think we saw much from Lydia. No one really knows she's a half vampire or a necromancer at this point. Because she kind of just hung back and was like, do. Mysterious.
Yeah.
I think
Other
there
than
was
that-
some mention of raising the dead from her, though, because I remember Neryl getting all no about it.
Maybe. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just say
Other
she's
than
mysterious
that-
right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, Richter made a little bit of money by turning in the rings, and he was essentially gifted a full kit again.
Yes.
So,
Because you talked.
after,
Go ahead.
yeah, talking to the store owner, because one of the rings was the ranger person that absconded with her kids.
Yep, he was technically one of the constables. And then the paladin's like, you and I and these kids here, let's go down and slay creatures. And Carowin Hucriel, who's the lady of the town, also the store owner, those were her kids, her twin boy and girl, fighter wizard, respectively. And you found Caracas, the ranger, his dead body, and his signet ring, and at least brought that back and got paid for it. But there are still 3 members missing. Obviously, she fears the worst, and you've pretty much said it's probably true. Well, I'll still look for them. I'm going back in. And now you may have found some people foolish enough to go back in with you. Foolish enough to stand in front of you while you while Richter stands in the back again.
I mean, that and also Richter has gotten, well, head count, unfortunately, as several heads. The hobgoblin brought several heads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that happened.
So the
Oh,
only
yeah,
one
that did
unconfirmed was Princess.
Yes.
So
The hobgoblins came to sell the one midsummer fruit that grows from the tree that they have. You know, because they keep stealing all the saplings. People, when they get the fruit, they take the seeds and plant these saplings. And if you guys look at the map, I don't know if you saw them.
oh yeah,
They got they got groves all over the town. And but the thing is, they go missing after they start to grow like to sapling size, 2-3 feet tall. And they're like, the goblins come back and steal them because they want to keep a monopoly. We just want to grow our own because this one fruit, which is about this big. Oh, I gotta let Frost in. You know, heals ailments and things. So I'm gonna let Frost back in real quick here. And so they came to bargain the fruit like they did. They threw the heads down. I thought I made a duplicate screen, but I never did it. All right, so I have
Is
to.
this better?
welcome back. We're on there.
Yep. So far, so good.
Okay.
Just gotta switch a couple of you guys around.
I think I don't.
It's all good.
He might not be good. I think his internet is just throwing a royal fit.
Oh,
Oops, wrong thing. Okay. Well, I'll fix this stuff real quick here. Anyway. So yeah, the fruit is to heal ailments. They take the seeds, they try to plant them. The goblins take those, is what they claim. And so they came to bargain. They threw down the heads of Calcaria, Urki,
Tristan. Urki. Yeah.
just to basically rub it in and said, now you got to cost extra because you sent these adventurers after us. And you guys didn't take lightly to that, especially the paladin over there, being all paladin-y. And proceeded to
And Neryl said, "Roar."
Yeah. Murdered them all, turned into bears, turned into weird fallen angels,
Rar, I'm a bear.
did little magics from the back of the room. And that was pretty much it. That's where we left off, right? Richter convinced them, the one goblin was running away with a fruit. Richter said, hey, to live another day, thou shalt drop thine fruit. And he did.
But lo and behold, he actually dropped it. Whoops.
The one smart goblin of the bunch.
So there we are. I'm still adjusting the overlay, so stalling for effect, giving it to you guys here. And yeah, that's where we will pick up. So it's kind of after that, the townspeople who were freaked out by seeing the giant bear and Asimar and everything are kind of coming back now as they realize you guys have saved it. You know, they're like, oh, thank you. Oh, there he goes again. Good thing I have just recorrected the overlay on the other screen. Son of a gun. We have some role playing, so.
So yeah, Neryl shrinks back down to her size, so the fur shrinks back in, and she almost runs on all fours for a couple seconds longer before righting herself. Now in slightly more tattered, less clothing than she was before.
In
Because
which case,
fair.
In which case, Tobias, his wing folds back and disappears into his armor. All the black that was just seeming to drain from his eyes and stuff has returned back, and he kind of looks at Neryl, seeing that she's transformed back into a person and has less clothing. Immediately goes, oh, grabs his cloak and puts it over her.
Hey, half pint! Let me see the fruit. Oh, I forgot your name.
It would be Richter.
Ah, that's the one. Let me see the fruit. I just want to see it.
Like Richter kind of shrugs, and then just kind of lobs it over to you. It's
I
just
think she's good enough at catching. She's a dex-based character. Yeah, no, she catches that no problem. Is she gonna try and figure out? Lucas, you're muted.
That's why you guys. Okay, yeah. The mayor and the townsfolk are like, ah, as you toss it, they're like, ah, because it's precious to them, and
Yeah.
but you catch it easily, like, ah, and then they're kind of like coming up and like, hey, thanks. The bartender's like up to Tobias, like, you're scary, but effective.
So yeah, she's gonna examine the fruit and try and figure out what the fuck tree does this come from, because I ain't ever heard of it.
Sure thing. Oh, let me let Frost back in. Prepare. Overlay mismatch.
Prepare for extreme FPS.
There we go.
my face.
Looked like magic.
Okay, let's try this for a third time.
Hooray! He's alive. Your character is dead.
If this doesn't fix it,
Then yes.
God.
Then we know. You know, the only thing I need from you right now,
It's the-
Frost, the only thing I need from you right now is your passive perception when you have a moment. No rush.
Sure, I can pull that up.
What did you do? Illusion. Wait, did you?
That was me looking and making sure my sheet was up to date, and I clicked the wrong thing.
Okay.
So that was my bad.
Night of the Tech Gremlins, we are back. All right. So here we got this little group here. Zorm, who is standing on top of the house that he's by, along with Ashred, his second. So Zorm is an old, pale-skinned sorcerer with streaks of red and flecks of gold in his green eyes, flecks of gold in his beard and mustaches, kind of a golden hue to his skin. And then he has a drow elf who kind of is his second silent partner, mostly silent. They were on the house watching the whole thing, just watching. And now they've come down to watch as you guys interact with the townsfolk with the fruit. Neryl has the fruit. You can make a knowledge nature roll if you wish.
Of course, it has to be nature.
Well,
Stupid.
I guess you can
skills.
tell me if think it's something else it should be.
No, it should be nature. I'm just salty about it being intelligence based because I dump statted int.
Well,
I rolled an 8.
That 8-year-old tells you absolutely that it looks like a giant apple the size of a melon. Smells somewhat like a cherry. And you should probably not taste it, but probably tastes delicious. But it's nothing you've ever seen before. Although I will say, as it gets closer to Lydia, It's also very attractive to you, Lydia. It just seems to have very slight power to it.
Is it everything you wanted, Nero?
I don't know what it is.
It's the fruit.
I've never seen nothing like it.
It's the life fruit. It grows one fruit at summer solstice, which is today, and one at winter solstice, which is a white fruit. The complete opposite.
Right. Well, I've heard the tales.
This is the mayor's like, yeah, we don't usually buy the white one because it's opposite. It poisons, it takes life away. This one, it cures ailments, it cures arthritis and some small diseases and some injuries. We can usually chop it up and make several small vials and potions out of it, like, 10, 20, sometimes 30 if we can do it just right. And so we rely on this. You got it to us for free, and you took care of the menace. Now, I feel like they're going to come back with a vengeance, so I would, of course, have to ask you to see if you could maybe make sure they don't.
We're headed that way anyway.
Oh, thank the gods. Oh, you guys are
I
lifesavers.
still want to see what tree this comes from.
And the mayor comes to Richter. He's like, Richter, you've been here for several days now. You know what's going on. It's just... And he's like taking the fruit now, if you've given it to him.
Yeah, she'll hand it over. She can't figure out what it is.
He passes it over to Carowin, who's like, I'll see to this right away. And her and a few people. Carowin gives a knowing look over to Richter. He's kind of that like nod of thanks. And she walks away with several people, and it's really just the mayor and a couple other people. He's like, I won't stand in your way. I'll help you with whatever I can get you, for you. But, we'll be back about our business, and we'll take care of these bodies. Maybe since you've eliminated the goblins, these are saplings that we've been growing around town will actually be able to flourish, and we can grow our own fruit. Then we'll have more than enough.
Yeah, problem is that there's plenty of stragglers still left down below, so we'll have to deal with them. But
We will.
But my recommendation is to maybe set some additional watches for the next couple of nights. At least until we come back to tell you that the greenskins all be dead.
We'll definitely keep a vigilant watch.
So, but other than that, if you see a hobgoblin, and he points at the now horribly mauled body of the hobgoblin that's on the ground, like that, except carrying a two-handed greatsword, run.
Okay. We will barricade
Okay.
ourselves in.
My passive perception is 12.
Thank you. I could have looked. I just didn't have a lot of time.
It literally has taken me that long just to pull up Dice Cloud.
Sounds like me.
Wow.
Yeah, Neryl, as conversation is happening, Neryl's gonna wander over to the nearest sapling and try to figure it out this way. Well, I'm gonna find out what this is.
Okay. Now I'll give you advantage since you have plenty of time and you looked at the fruit. I'll give you advantage to this roll.
Yay! Watch me roll double ones.
Don't you say that.
Oh, hey!
Oh.
Ooh.
Actually, a 19 and a 17 on the dice, but a 20 for that.
Nice.
So you pass by Zorm, and Zorm's like, excellent job, young wizard lady. And Ashrad's like, Druid, Zorm, Druid. I don't know, all magic is the same to me. It's like sorcery, which I was born with, so I didn't actually have to do anything. I just wiggle my hands. And as he starts to wiggle his hands out front, like flames start to come off his fingertips. And she's like, stop it, stop. He's like, oh, don't. I was told once in Dungeon World that I could not cast magic. And it seems as though it's carrying over to here. I don't understand it. Oh, yeah, so I'm supposed to have the head on. I don't get it. And this is all why Neryl's walking by and investigating this tree. And as she looks close...
You're a bit of an odd one.
Yes, you are, Ashred. You are an odd one. Let me go to... As you look closely at one of these saplings, it's like 3 feet tall. It's got some buds on it, As you get close, you're like, it's not just a tree. There's something unnatural about it. And just as you get close enough, it suddenly like begins to stir. And you're like, well, there's no breeze. And it reaches its army twig branches back and just suddenly like moves and lashes out at you.
Oh, you're a living thing.
Let me pull up my... Give him an advantage here.
Twig blades are fun.
Does 22 hit you?
Yes.
Per smack.
You can guys...
This would be... Because let me see. I raged last time, and rage lasts for...
If you're still...
Rage lasts, I believe, 10 minutes.
1 minute.
Or you know, a round
Never
without
mind.
taking damage.
I mean, if you're still raging, you can take reduced damage.
No, she wouldn't be. It only lasts for a minute anyway.
Okay. Send this
And
thing...
I think she would have ended it regardless.
All right. Well, let's do a little initiative real quick.
She's not summer right now, so she wouldn't rage for...
Let me remove all turns first. Don't forget to click your token. I did not mean for this battle to happen,
I
but
can't
then
actually pull up the roll 20 page right now.
you cannot pull it up.
Yeah, like that's how shitty my Wi-Fi is right now.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Tobias!
It's just
Well, I
not
was caught entirely by
Hold on.
surprise. Did not at all think you were in danger.
Well, I don't want to play your character for you and do something bad.
Neither did Neryl at all. Neither did Neryl.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that was
Oh.
great.
We'll wait for you.
We're all rolling like shit tonight. The highest roll was a 10 on the die. Oh, brother.
That always makes me think.
Doesn't don't barbarians get advantage on initiative
Mm-mm.
because of danger sense?
There is no danger sense for barbarians, at least not at level 1.
Right, it's a level 3 ability. And you took 2 in the druid?
Yeah, I went 1 barbarian, 2 druid.
Alright.
Wow. I hope this is not indicative of what's going to be rolled all through the night.
We don't even make it back into the Citadel. We instead get...
We die by twig blights before ever going
Neryl's
back
caught
into
by
the
surprise
Citadel.
because she's treating it like a puppy.
Oh, aren't you cute? Aren't you?
Basically.
As it's clawing at her. As it's
Muted again.
Okay,
I wonder.
I'm loaded in.
Well, it's a living plant. She's a druid. What can I say?
Why don't you roll initiative once you can, and you'll jump in. But we'll keep going here. Okay. Richter, three of these things uproot in this field.
And I just got disconnected from roll 20. Great.
At least you're coming in better now though. Like your volume is actually coming in and your picture's coming in better. So just stick with us if you.
Yeah, your bandwidth must be just not good. So,
Yeah.
So,
and Richter just kind of groans, is like, not more of these stupid things.
well, now
And-
I think you can finally put it together, Richter, because you saw one once before, and I
Yeah.
don't know if you connected it, but now I think you're starting to connect. As out of the 16 of these trees right here, and there's other groups all over, 3 uproot suddenly and come right at you guys, middle of the day. Or well,
All right. Well, I am going to pull my hand crossbow, and I am going to shoot at the one that's attacking Neryl.
okay, I can do that.
So,
I think you'll be at
since-
disadvantage from where you're at because it's a small thing behind a medium thing. What am I-
Well, in that case, well, I still haven't moved, so I'm gonna
Okay.
move over a couple squares, so that way I have clear line of sight, which is something I would do.
Hold on 1 second. My guy's initiatives disappeared. Where'd they go?
Because you deleted the bushes instead of the tokens.
Oh, I rolled. The bushes had initiatives.
Yeah, you rolled with the bushes and not the tokens.
Well, let's redo this here.
I believe you had 2 7s and then 1 something else.
Well, either way, Tobias is last, and we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, that's right. It's still the same order, I think. Even if Nero got up
Yeah,
one, that's
pretty
fine.
much close enough.
All right, go ahead. Take your shot with a clear shot
Okay.
in mind.
Because Neryl's within 5 feet of that, I get to apply my sneak attack damage if I hit.
Alrighty. Alrighty, Rue.
Shook.
I'd like to say you hit it, but I'm afraid you just missed it just a bit. It goes, it knocks off just a bit of the sapling, but otherwise buzzes harmlessly over its little head, little twiggy head. So
Okay.
close. Is there any other movement you want to do or anything else?
I am going to move back a little bit.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to reload my hand crossbow.
Okay. Their movement is 20 feet. Not a lot, so it doesn't come for you. It'll be 1, 2, 3, right down there. And no more advantage. Claw attack. Does 12 hit you, Neryl?
You're muted.
No.
All right. Then that guy is done, and it is your turn. You have 2 little, like
Wow.
2.5 foot little trees trying to claw your eyes out. They have pointy little ends, and they're just trying to pierce you with their claws.
Oh
As well.
god, I've played too many systems. Is a 5-foot step a thing in 5e?
That is a Pathfinder thing.
No, yeah,
God
so-
damn it. Okay. Oh wait, but fuck this. Neryl is going to say something about them not being very friendly things. Either way, I'm gonna get attacks of opportunity doing this. So fuck that plan. No. We're gonna. Okay, she's gonna step back this way. Take those attacks of opportunity.
Oh, phew.
Okay.
No problem. No
And
attack, no problem.
she's going to cast Produce Flame.
Ooh.
And fling it at the one of the twig blights.
Alrighty.
Let me see
Is that
if
like
this
a
is
ranged
set up
touch attack?
properly.
Or
Yeah.
Ranged attack? Ranged touch is also Pathfinder, I think.
Oh, that should not have been still rolled with advantage. Sorry, I still had that selected.
That's a 12.
Okay, apparently.
It's a 12, yeah.
What's up?
Apparently, Wi-Fi has unscrewed itself.
Oh, good. Then roll your initiative and get in here. Neryl, you also just barely miss. You catch one of the
Yeah.
saplings behind it, and it takes up right away and starts burning.
Damn
And
it!
they look afraid, but the one that's burning remains burning and does not move. Great rolls, everybody, but also me too. Next twig blight. It has 20 feet of movement,
Where are
so
we?
1, 2, 3,
We're on the left side
Oh,
of the
there
map.
we are.
5, 6, 7. But it does the double move. Can't end in charge because, again, not Pathfinder. So that moves in close range with Richter. And it is now Tobias's turn.
Bias.
Ooh, Lydia jumps in.
Will-
There we go. You didn't miss.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think what happened is that my mom has discovered or had started like doing a small business in the basement, and she's always watching TV. And I think that TV is using up the
Bandwidth.
vast majority of the bandwidth.
Well, let us continue here. It is Tobias. Then we're going to top of the round
Yeah.
and go from there.
Tobias moves around 15, 20 to here beside Neryl
Mm-hmm.
and will swing at this particular twig light with his great sword.
Do it. Oh.
What?
What is with
You
these
20?
rolls tonight?
Screw you, D20. Roll 20.
A
Jeez.
critical miss.
Okay, we need to like jail the dice that we've been using so far, get the new digital dice.
This,
Good God.
how many nat ones has been rolled just within the first little bit of this session?
3,
Okay,
and you rolled
so-
2 of them.
You're s-
I know you've rolled an inordinate amount, and it's just it.
Are we still here? Just a suffer. Just a suffer.
so as you
Hey,
down
Lucas,
as you downswing and miss this thing, you sink it deep into the dirt, and your sword becomes stuck. You can let it go next action and do something else, or it's going to cost you an action to rip it out and do something. Just
Let go. Pull out Maul.
all right. Go ahead, Frost. I'm going to make an attack here against Narrow, but
I was
oh,
going to ask if you could like just make a token real quick.
You have a token on the
for
field.
the familiar, but that's all right.
a familiar token.
For the familiar,
Is
I
that
will also need one at some point.
you guys
yeah,
got?
it's not important though.
Yeah, we'll have to later. You have to let me know before game so I can do that in
It's not
advance.
important.
Which now after tonight we'll have a couple months, so we don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it. All right,
Okay,
so
it's all good.
Twigblight misses Richter.
Yeah.
Okay, so Richter's going to switch the hand crossbow to his offhand because the hand crossbow is actually small. And with his main hand, he will draw his rapier, so technically he's dual wielding. But I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
so. But with his rapier, he is going to make an attack against the Twigblight that has decided to come up. So
Come at him, bro. Comes at him. Let's see something happen. This is not actually an encounter I really wanted to do. I really wanted to do, but
We can't roll higher than 10.
it fits the story. I mean, the one you walked up to was actually where I placed the token on the GM screen. It was so weird that you.
That's great. I just picked the closest one.
All right. Well, okay. Unless you're moving, I'm going to go to the next tweak, but keep moving.
It's an encounter
I am
our
going to be
GM
moving,
did not
and I'm
wanna
going to be
do.
using my cutting action to take a disengage action.
Okay.
Then I am going to disengage for 5, 10, 15,
It's an
20,
encounter our GM
25.
did not want to do. And we're all rolling very crappy, so it's going to take us forever to get
Yep.
through it.
So
That's how it is.
yep,
Um,
that is my turn.
all right. So the one does not move to flank because they're kind of mindless, so it just keeps attacking you, Tobias, the one that's to your left. And I roll a natural 1.
Your turn for crappy rolls.
And as it rolls a critical, it does almost the same thing you did. It goes to like downward swipe into your shins or into your thighs with its pointy twig hands, and you step back as you're pulling your maw out, and its hands stick in the ground. And it's and it's stuck trying to pull them out. So it's kind of, well, it's at disadvantage. So
Good.
Lydia, it is your turn, and then Neryl, and then Twigblight, then Tobias. What are you doing, Lydia? What should be your move? You are muted, I believe.
Yeah.
Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess once I can see the rest of my screen again, as I booted up something like a game in the background, and it's in 6900, so I can only see a little bit of my screen right now. But anyways, I will cast. Let's go with Tasha's Hideous Laughter on this guy. And
Was it classic?
There we go.
And Twigblight's laugh.
That's a good question. I guess we'll find out. I can find the character sheet. There we
First
go.
trees giggle. Let's see.
If a tree giggles in the forest, then no one is around to hear it. Is it really giggling? Oh,
So
right.
it's
I need a DC something.
It is
Oh,
a
so
wisdom
it's also
saving
DC
throw
is.
from the twig blight.
DC 13, so it's probably going to pass. Oh, there we go.
I wouldn't count on it given the rolls tonight.
Lucas, you're muted again.
Doggone it. Is it a wisdom saving throw?
It
Yes.
is a wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw. A 0.
Wow. That's another nat 1. That's 5 tonight in less than an hour.
Roll20 knows that we're going to be put on a 2-month hiatus, so it's giving
Oh.
us the big middle finger on our way out the door.
That's impressive.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
is it a fid?
no, it is not actually. You target it, and even I didn't have to make a roll. It's like moving, and you hit it with the magic, and it doesn't even seem to notice and continues on. It's a good try though. You can move or do something else for the rest of your turn if you wish. Otherwise, it's going to be Narrow's turn. The encounter that ended it all.
Carol can go. I'm just doing some
Yep, you're fine.
move.
Neryl, you're just not playing very nice today. And she's gonna like snap her fingers and cast her freaking cantrip again.
Oh,
I doubt they comprehend the concept of niceness.
that'll do it.
There we go. 21
some
this
good
time.
rolls.
I think it doesn't it get an attack of opportunity because I'm casting a spell in melee? Or am I mixing up games again?
Probably maxing up with
That rings
Pathfinder.
a bell.
You might have disadvantage. I don't remember. I know with ranged weapons close by, I believe you have disadvantage. I'm not.
Actually, wait,
I thought casting
I
a
think it does
spell
because
triggers.
Mage Hunter.
I'm not.
A
You
mage
know what?
hunter.
You should look it up, but roll damage.
something.
So we're gonna move on as if you hit it, but look it up after this.
Oh, my rage damage should not be
That's fine.
selected still, but I did the full 8 points of fire.
Oh,
Nice.
and
Yeah, nice.
It hits and it's just like almost like it goes up like it's dry ash and it's toast and it's just gone instantly.
She like sticks her tongue out at it.
And you can move if you wish. Otherwise, the twig blight
No, I'm good here.
has been attracted to Lydia, and I don't think 8's gonna hit you, Lydia.
Please no.
Probably not, right?
Thankfully, no.
Okay, I would
Which is
hope not.
Which is good because I just realized that I take last turn by doing cautious. I'm down to 1 level 1 spell slot.
Ooh, Tobias,
Oops.
your turn, sir.
So this little twig blight in front of me is still stuck in the ground, and I get advantage on my attack swing, right?
Correct.
Here comes the maul.
Comes the maul, giving
want
it
a
its all.
Nat
Oh,
20.
Nice.
I think we know what's gonna happen here, but let's roll and make sure that you don't totally hit 4 or less on your damage. Okay,
Come on, how do I roll?
just
Click
click
Maul.
click on the maul under 24. Make sure you do that so you get the crit
Yeah,
one.
under the 24, so it rolls your critical.
Holy
Okay.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, donkey.
Oh, 21 damage. Ooh,
And
boy.
you can move if you wish,
That's
but
a lot of
so it's stuck.
I split a tree with a maul.
It looks up at you for just a split second before it shatters into a million splinters and just goes everywhere. And Zorm is right next to you. And he's like, "Oh, my cloak! Don't my cloak!
And
Presentation,
he moves
mending. I need."
over here to possibly have to deal with this twig blight in case nobody else can up to this turn.
Well, I can get it from here.
Well, it's Richter's turn to see, and then Lydia, and then Neryl
It's
in that
not my
order.
job to find out later.
All right, well, I'm going to come in for the flank and
Yeah,
stab it.
stabby, stabby. Hit.
14 hit.
Yes, sir. Encounter is over.
Yep.
Finally.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and use Arcane Root. recovery right now.
And you guys will have the opportunity before you go in the dungeon to have a nice, regular, full night's rest.
Okay.
Oh, a long rest. A lot. Good.
Oh,
Okay,
even
I was
better.
wondering about
At
that.
least a long
Strap
rest.
my maul back to my back and then return to my greatsword, pull it out, and go and pull out my old cloth and start cleaning the dirt off.
It's just a bit of dirt.
Storm is like,
If it stays on there, it's possibly going to rust and it's not going to be sharp.
He does have a point.
the mayor comes back. Some of the people crawl back. A few minutes later, he's like, were those the saplings that we planted from seeds?
Yes.
For my roll, did I know what those were?
I mean, they
Or
don't.
would that be like an Arcana roll?
They don't really have a name, but they are definitely an evil plant creature. Don't
Are
have,
they Fae?
Would Lydia know
Or
that?
at Fae adjacent?
if you make a roll, you can try there, Lydia.
Okay, can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
Jeez.
And now, of course, since I deleted the twig blight thing, it's gonna be a punk again.
It should still be in the journal section.
I know. In the journal.
Yeah.
Roll 20. Hello.
There we go. It took a second. Okay. It's an awakened plant. This is for both of you. They have a little bit of intelligence, but not a lot. And they're basically considered a blight. So from a druid's point of view, they're evil in the fact that they are a blight on nature. They don't seek to do anything good. You know, they will definitely overcome plant life and things, and they would become an infestation or a blight, right?
Mm-hmm.
They grow very quickly. They reproduce very quickly. As you talk to the townsfolk, they would not have enough seeds for all these. They would take them from other saplings before they disappeared, and like little tiny bits, not fruit even growing, but like bits of the twig they break off and replant the twig like you can do with some plants, grow another one, but they always disappear because I think the goblins steal them. Now you're probably getting the fact that they uproot themselves and
walk away.
walk away. For the Arcana part,
But it doesn't make sense that one of those would grow a fruit like this.
Lydia, this is not something that. I mean, there's obviously magic involved, and actually, with the way you felt when you were close to that fruit, and now that you're close to these twigs, there's something very familiar, bloodline familiar to you about this. Something necromantic, something vampiric to them, in a really weird way. This is just for you, obviously, but they have to come from a mother plant or a father plant or a main parent plant. Originally, it's probably a very unique source, and with the way they're talking, it's probably down in that Sunless Citadel. But that's what you guys get from that. So they're not a good thing, and they come from a source. And obviously, the seeds do not reproduce the fruit. The seeds seem to be reproducing more of them.
Yeah, so Neryl's gonna like turn to the mayor and be like, "You might want to think about burning all these bushes out here."
He's like, "Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do." And
She kind of like lights her hand on fire again. You need some help?
Yes.
Shame, really.
They're a blight on the natural world. What shame is it?
It reminds me of. It reminds me of Helm almost. But I can't quite place why.
Sounds like your home needs a good burning.
When I go home, or see him next. Please don't.
I'm just saying, if
I
the
don't
blight reminds you of
compliment
home, you got a problem.
Anyway, before you go burning down all the bushes, you should probably make sure, there's a proper fire break between, the village.
Oh.
I can control it, it's
wood.
fine.
That is made
Not
of
you,
wood
huh?
and thatch.
I'm pretty sure that a farming community that has probably done a burn knows they need to do burn breaks. At least I would hope that they.
Yeah,
do
but
a
they
proper
weren't
burning of the
intending for
fields.
these trees to be burnt in the first place.
True, but I would hope they know.
Well,
to burn a
I
break.
mean, it looks like Zorb is going to solve that problem
He's,
immediately.
you guys are talking. He's just like, and he just like breathes out fire out of his hands, out of his nose, his eyes, his ass. You don't know. It just and he just
Excuse me?
he's like, oh, you said something about a controlled, and just the whole field. And this one's going. He's like, I just wanted to help. Anyway, and he turns back and doesn't look at it anymore because you're only cool if you don't look back at the explosion. And he just walks slow motion towards you guys. But you guys are all in normal motion, but he's in slow motion.
Right.
He's in purposely in
Neryl's just gonna like keep an eye on the burn with her frostbite cantrip at the ready in case the fire goes wonky.
That
Because
seems
he's
a tad excessive.
Yes. I'm
Crazy old
eccentric.
man.
I haven't introduced myself, or have I? I don't
I can go
remember.
first.
Zorm, son of Zorm. Sorcerer.
No, we already went over that. You've got a ridiculously long name with lots of titles.
My first name is my title, I think. I could be a lord. I'm part of a family. Anyways, I want to hire you to go down in the Citadel. Can we talk on the way? We've talked about this. You've proven yourselves. I would love to hire you, have you purge this place, and bring me something out of there. Can we all talk? You two are together, wonderful together. Wonderful married couple. I just love seeing it. You,
Wait, what?
you.
I was right. Also, if you think that is if his name is a long title, then you should never ask father for his full name.
Ooh, mysteries. We'll solve each other's mysteries too. I love it. I love it. Anyways, the married couple, the halfling who knows he's been there, and you, Lydia, of course, who've been traveling with me, and Moira, along with Eshrad and myself. Of course, I'm not going to go down there because, look at my clothes are flawless. I don't want to get them dirty. That's why.
Neryl audibly rolls her eyes at that.
He's just like, that's why I pay you with a big coin. Or in, he looks at Nero, he's like, or in, berries and twigs. I don't know. But I'll pay you well and give you a place to rest. What says all of you? Good. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like,
Neryl just kind of looks up at Tobias.
Likely not.
We are already heading over there, aren't we?
well,
Might
let's
as well see what he wants. Possibly get proper payment so that we can continue on our way.
proper negotiation. And then Richter looks at the fire again and is like, and then he turns to the mayor. Yeah, but I want to keep an eye on that while we go deal with the eccentric fire person.
He's like, we've done
Yeah,
control
sure.
burns. It hasn't gotten too far out of control. Sorry, go ahead, Lydia.
Or don't. Well, actually, no, please do, as bodies are so useless once charred.
Yeah, they probably will take the goblin and hobgoblin body, throw them right on that pile, and they're starting to, you already see townsfolk are going out in groups to the different groves and ripping things out.
When they do that, Lydia kind of winces at the waste of a perfectly fine body.
Of the trees?
Can I-
You mean the twigs?
I was going to practice on that.
The goblin won't buy, but
Oh,
Oh no!
Can I-
Gob and
when the-
hobgob.
wait.
Yeah.
The gobos.
Oh, the gobble bodies? Okay.
yeah. Is it noticeable enough that Richter picks up on it? Or do I need to do a perception?
I mean, she did make a comment about them being
Probably.
useless, bodies being useless once charred. So
I feel like she said it in the open.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
was kind of standing right next to her.
Yeah, she's not hiding it.
Same with Tobias.
Storm's like, indeed, Lydia, they are completely useless, unless you wish to use them as coal or her fodder later. So many things to be done with corpses. Anyways, I'm going to get my carriages around, and we're going to leave very soon. Get the things you need. We'll talk more along the way. And he's like, hup,
Yeah,
hup, hup, hup.
I left my pack in the, what do you call that place again?
It's called an inn, Meryl.
Right, that's what it is. I'll go get my things.
All
Yeah,
right.
better go and get those. I don't have my pack on me either. I wasn't expecting us to leave for anything today.
Well, like Richter kind of gestures to all of him, the fact that he's still wearing his pack and all that stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll go make sure he doesn't light the village on fire.
Useful.
Yes, please don't. Please ensure that he doesn't. Nothing.
He
Not to
seems
mention, I want to talk at him a little bit.
Please, if he's going to be hiring us, I wish to know what the price and what he's looking for.
I was pretty much going to give you the lowdown on the trip. And if you catch him, he's like, I'm going to pack my things. Eshrad, can you see to the thing? She's like, yes, all the normal things. Moira and I will hitch up the horses. You just stand there and look handsome. Yes, oh, such hard work. Such hard work.
It could be for someone like you.
I'm sorry, you're out of earshot. I cannot hear you.
Well, yeah, like Richter will then come into the little courtyard area, the stable yard, and be like, "So, big mighty sorcerer, huh?
Who said that? Who? You talking about?
Down here."
No, I'm asking you who you're looking at. And wait, are you talking to me? I am. How'd you know I was a sorcerer? I keep that on the down low.
One does not normally be able to conflagurate an entire little grove of shrubbery.
Also introduced himself as a sorcerer twice now.
It's probably my breath is very brimstony sometimes. It's okay, but yes, I am a sorcerer. I travel and sell wares and help people out, visit people, purge evil. And I like to hire meat shields. I like to hire adventurers to help me with those things and do them for me. And you're a good choice.
Bit of work here and there. So, a couple things to talk about. First things first, and this is where Richter will reach in and he will pull out the whistle of the night caller. I don't suppose you could tell me what this is worth. Or maybe you're even interested in purchasing it or trading for it.
What is it? What's it do?
As far as my former companions let on,
Ooh, that didn't sound good.
there's a little whistle doohicker which we found down in the Citadel. Apparently can be used to raise the dead. Very limited, but I don't know. They said a lot of egghead terms that went over my head, but
Raise the dead. Well, that's good if one of you die. You should definitely hold on to that.
I don't think it's that kind of raise. I think
Oh.
someone mentioned something about Duragar.
Wait a minute. Raise to give the dead a raise, as in like more money? But I don't think the dead need more coin. Wait. You mean resurrect?
Or animate? I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing.
Do you mean undead? Well, that's definitely different.
Yeah.
I know someone would be interested in that, so I would definitely be interested in acquiring it, as I like to acquire antiquities, magical things, heirlooms, things of that nature. Do you know how to speak Dwarven? Anyway, I will be most interested in that whistle.
Alright. Well, I'm very interested to hear what you have on offer. Honestly, I'm just open for trade. I prefer something a little bit more sturdy to get stabbed less, you know? And he kind of gestures to himself.
He's
and
like, let me look in my things. Let us hitch up and get going. And I will look as we are traveling. Can you drive a carriage?
I can, actually.
Good. I don't want you to right now. I just want to know if you can.
Yeah, so...
No, I changed my mind.
Carriages-
I changed my
carriages
mind. I changed my mind. I do want you to. No, wait. Yes. I don't. No, wait. Doesn't matter. Hold on to your whistle.
Yeah. All right. Well, while you look for something to trade, I'll keep a hold of this. After all, trade is only a trade when both sides are fair and all that. Speaking of fairness, you're wanting something in the Citadel.
Are you still here? Oh, sorry. I was getting ready. He's like walking up into his carriage. He's like, are we still having this conversation? Yes. I do.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Well, I would like to speak to everyone. Have you found a scroll or parchment or book with Dwarven text? Do you read Dwarven? Do you know what Dwarven looks like?
I know what Dwarven looks like, and I can read, not speak.
Have you found
I'm
any?
getting my campaigns mixed up.
Have you found anything that is Dwarven in nature?
That citadel down there is covered in dwarf runes and draconic runes.
But I'm looking for information not scrolled on the wall, but in parchment.
Well, I mean, we didn't find parchment yet, but then again, there's also a greenskin
So you haven't
kobold problem.
you haven't cleared the dungeon and have not yet found anything Dwarven like that.
Just mainly a big fancy door that has a dwarfish inscription around it, but
Okay, that's.
hadn't been able to open it yet.
I will tell you what I'm looking for once I have all of you agreeing to be under my hire and we are on the road. But that's all I will say for now.
All right. Well, then let's talk about hiring. Then, unless you're hopefully getting us all lump sum, but or are you looking for it? Or are you hiring us individually?
I will pay per individual who goes down in the dungeon and comes back alive with what I want. Plus, all room and board and food provided whilst under my hire. Whether we're in town, you get in stay. On the road, you'll get caravan stay. All that provided for. Plus, I carry a lot of mercantile, so all your kit and repair and things like that, all provided. I'm very lucrative. Coin is not a problem for a dragon. For an old sorcerer like me. I didn't say anything bad. Can we get moving? Is that yes. I will pay probably each of you a couple hundred gold, depending on if you find it, for bringing me the thing that I'm looking for. Plus, anything you find in the dungeon that I'm not requesting is yours to keep, and I will trade for you later, like the whistle. I'm very open. I'm going to make it worth your while. Also, we'll all explore your past and your history as well. We'll all find out all about each other and help each other come to power and revenge and happy endings.
My history stays dead.
He thinks it. Something like the door of the caravan closes behind him as he's laughing. And Ashra's just sitting there behind the door. Like, as it closes, she was there the whole time, and she's looking at you. He's like... She just looks at you.
I'll be up front with you. Your pen, that's fine. Great. I need money as much as the next guy who comes along. I'm pretty sure the rest of them folk also need coin. After all, the world don't turn on good wishes.
She goes... She steps up, she goes...
Mine does.
I don't trust any of you. But right now, I trust the least. Don't give me cause for putting a dagger in your throat. Don't seek to hurt or steal from Zorm.
Well, trust me, I'm more than well aware that stealing from wizards is a game that one should not be playing. But if you want to talk about trust, I trust you both about as far as I can throw you.
Good. I'll keep you on your toes.
So, but I will work for money, magic items, whatever you want to pay me in. But let me get this. But I will just be clear. You don't need to know nothing about me. Other than I'm good with my tools and I get the job done. So long as the money keep flowing, I keep working for you.
So the carriage is getting pulled around, hitched up. She's nodding to you to get up on that one, and Moira is driving the other one. She's like, I could give a crap about your past. But I don't say the same for Zorm. He's strange, and he has ways of getting involved, sticking his nose where he probably doesn't need to. So that's a risk you're going to have to take if you're going to work for him.
And the only other thing I will say is then he needs to be careful where he pokes his nose in, because some things back there might bite.
She's like going in the same carriage he's in, and she's closing her. She's like, he's not careful. It's just, he's not careful. And he shuts the door.
And then, like, Richter's going to just shrug his shoulders as he gets into the carriage seat, the driver's seat, the coach seat, or whatever it's called on a carriage, is like,
yep.
Well, then he's going to be a very short-lived boss.
All right. Now we're going to cut to where your characters are right now, which is the ravine outside. Hey, we're almost getting back to the Sunless Citadel tonight. What? Anyway, so this is the long and short that you kind of get on the way out there. You know, he pulls the carriages this way from each other, and I'll explain the canopy another time and how he sets it up. I have a cool idea in my head. You guys will have a nice long rest. You'll be fully healed and ready to go. Nothing will be bad or nothing will be off. I want to give you full strength going in. So, like he says, he's going to pay all room and board. He'll make sure you have, access. Like one of his carriages is like sleeping quarters for him and Ashred and a couple other people, and the other one is carrying like just chock full of supplies, just boxes and chests full of like trinkets and baubles and armor and weapons. And Zorm's adventure questing gear is like the sign that pops out on it when he's going into town selling. And so he likes to travel. He likes to talk to people. He learns, he's like, I like to purge evil, and I also like to kill evil dragons. It's just a thing that gets my blood boiling. Those chromatics. Ugh. Well, it's probably not them so much as my own natural blood. I don't know if I've told you yet, but within my bloodline flows the gold dragon. I'm very much a fan of dragons. I want to be a dragon when I grow up. And I like to kill chromatics. So,
why would you ever want to grow up?
Well, I don't, but if I have to, then I want to be a dragon. I mean, you like being a bear. You already grew up.
Being a bear is good.
I would love to try it sometime. Maybe we can trade. Maybe we could trade sometime. Yes.
I would like to be a dragon.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I will see what I can do about looking at baleful polymorph and see what we can do. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. But anyway. I am excited to hire you. I am going to pay each of you 300 gold pieces if you can bring me one simple document. I don't know if you know this, but there's a great old red worm, dragon to the layman, called Ashaldaran. And he's had many layers and many temples dedicated to him. Well, on this whole end of the Forgotten Realms, I have checked every one of his known lairs and his temples, and I have not found what I'm looking for. It said he holds a scroll in one of his places that will lead to another dungeon that needs to be purged, that has all kinds of goodies in it that I want to find, and so on and so forth as we go from place to place. That's my thing. This is the last temple of El Shaldaran that I know of, the Sunken Citadel. Richter, you said it's full of draconic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can attest. You've probably seen some things down there, possibly dedicated to him specifically, or dragons in general. Well, I will tell you now that what I am looking for. Let me pull up my other screen over here. You guys are like, what? Sorry, I'm talking in the meta again. Anyway.
Sorry, is this... You said we had a time for like a long rest before this or after this?
Yeah,
Yes,
by
on the
this
journey
point.
over.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I should probably mention that the next day, I mean, she's obviously narrow, but she
Oh.
looks quite a bit different. Instead of the blonde hair, blue-eyed, bubbly little
Great.
thing she was before, when you see her the next morning, she is still the same body type and build and everything, but her hair is a fiery red. There's slightly more color in her skin, not quite as pale as she was before, and she has vibrant green eyes, and she kind of scowls at it kind of reminds you a little bit of Calcaria's basic mood and everything.
So this is the seasonal aspect the father was referring to. Fascinating.
Yeah, this is her summer appearance.
How is it having 4 different personas within...
They're
one
not
body?
different personas. They are all me.
You certainly act different with each one.
Yeah? Are you saying you don't have different moods? You're muted, Lucas.
I'm not. He's just like, I'm just being
one's
Zorm.
Quite as,
Oh, okay.
not ones that are so disparate from each other.
They're not disparate. Whatever the hell that means.
Different.
Then why can't you just say different?
Because disparate conveys essentially the same meaning.
Not when the people you're talking to don't know what in the bloody hells you mean.
Like, there's like, I imagine this is still, like, this conversation is still on the road, so, like, you suddenly hear banging on the top of the carriage, just like, pipe down a little bit down there, or else I'll disparate both of your hides, and you can walk the rest of the way.
I was monologuing. I'm still so lost.
The dragon conversation would have been slightly different, although even Summer Narrow is still keen with being a dragon.
Okay.
Probably more so than Spring, but for different reasons.
He has also bright emerald eyes, but with like flecks of gold in them. And the gold kind of moves around a little bit. It doesn't stay still. So there's one point like he's like face to face with you like this, like, amazing transformation. See, you're growing not up, you're growing sideways. Seasonally. Anyway.
So you're saying that she is gaining weight.
What?
I would
Move.
run
Segue.
transform
What are
into
you looking
something.
for? Go back to what you were saying, your monologue or whatever you called it.
I need you to find either a book or a scroll or parchment that has, if you can at least read Dwarven, and he pulls out like, he's like,
At read, Tobias kind of winces.
he pulls out like a little scroll. Is like, this is the Dwarven alphabet. Just some letters you can match to make sure. He hands it to Nero. He goes, you seem like the one that's most learned and the most literate. And he just like tucks it in your hair. He's like, here. Anyways,
I can read Draconic, but not Dwarven.
that's why I didn't give the scroll to you. Anyways, Kundrukar is what you're looking for. Any information? That's not what I copy pasted.
I think that's what I currently have copy pasted.
I know. Somehow I copied that. I don't know. It's weird. He's like,
Whoops.
Kundrukar. Find me information about that and bring it to me, and I will pay you each 300 gold pieces for those who survive. Just the 5 of you. Whether you bring anyone else out or not, I have a lot of money, but I can't pay everyone. Obviously, any other baubles you bring out, I'd be interested in looking at if you don't wish to keep yourself, but other than that, it's yours. Like I said, we will be here. Eshrod and Moira and I will guard the caravan. Come back anytime you need a rest, and we will just wait here until you come back. If you're not back in 3 days, though, we either come looking for you or we'll leave. I don't want to have to come down there, though. I really don't want to get my robes soiled. Tobias?
Naturally.
How do you survive on the road if you're so prissy?
Prestidigitation and mending. I just have magic given to me. It's just like, I inherit so many things. I'm so lucky. Anyways, off you go. Get out of my sight. Go, 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 go.
If you do see a crazy old man cleric riding a set of horses, be sure to flip them off for me, will you?
Oh, man.
And
I
with
cannot
that,
remember what book that are in.
and with that, before descending down the hole again, Richter is going to cast light on his belt buckle again, so that way he can fucking see.
Tobias kind of pauses and turns to Zorm. You don't have to read the thing, do we?
No. Just identify it and bring it back.
Oh, okay.
I find it's wise not to read things out loud in dungeons. Usually kills people.
Yeah, I think me in a past life might have done that.
You're so meta, but I love it. Now get out of here.
Sorry about that. I had to get some stuff IRL.
Way to go, Jeff. Tristan callback. Now,
And then from the bottom of the rope is like, y'all coming?
Coming.
so
Yeah, on the way.
Oh, I suppose.
we're going to fast forward a slight bit. I would say you can put yourselves at least where the dragon room was before, down here, where you can see kobold guards.
Right here.
Black and red and blue squiggles.
I can just move everybody there. That might have been easier just to
Oh,
do.
okay. Yeah, that'd be easier.
Oops, I was going to move all
And
the
then
wagons.
along the way, Richter is going to be like, all right, so yeah, mind your step. There's a pitfall trap right there at the entry of the way. At the entryway is like, yep, and skirt around it. Yep, that's fine. So, all right.
I'm
So-
serious though, I cannot see anything but red and blue squiggles. And a couple of tokens, not my token or anybody else's.
Are you on a different
Oh,
layer?
I can
I
see
have
it.
no idea.
I would why don't you reload roll 20 real quick? I want to know from you guys out of character, so we can try to at least get one more combat in before the night's up. Depending on what is your aim?
To find this thing.
Yeah, I figure though.
And
I was gonna say,
take
I
out
think-
the goblins.
Yeah, I figure probably best plan would be like Richter would be like, look, don't kill the kobolds right outright. We can deal with them later. Let's deal with the greenskins first. Also,
There's kobolds down here.
yes, a lot of them. Don't make them angry.
Well, no, I'm mainly coming down here for the goblins that have been harassing the town. The goblins, as long as they mind their own business, I don't really care.
And I'm merely coming down here for the practice.
All right, I'm not going to ask what you're practicing because I'm not sure I really want to know. But anyway, don't stab the kobolds.
Necromancy.
Don't stab the kobolds. Let me, if they come up and chatter, then let me chatter at them. So, because they know me.
If you're not trying to hide and sneak around, there will be the 2 kobold guards there, and we'll see you guys coming.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Richter will also just be like, also, and he points at vampire lady. Is like, so you can read Draconic?
I can, yes.
Cool. Don't.
Sure,
No,
there's a
like
story
seriously,
behind that.
so seriously, the last group I came in with, some idiot read inscription
Aw.
out loud, and just about got us all killed by poison gas. Don't read anything out loud.
Very well.
Tobias actually raises a hand and goes, "You will have no problem from me."
I don't read Draconic.
You don't read at all.
I can
can't
read some script. Wait, what?
I can't read. I was never taught.
Ah, a shame.
We'll work on that later.
That's why
Not
I
everybody
was
has the same
rather glad that we
opportunities
didn't
as
have to
everybody else. So
read this thing.
I've heard there are some very good marriage manuals, I believe is the correct term.
we'll worry about that after we deal with big deadly things that want to eat us.
Of
So,
course.
lastly, there is a dragon down here. Do not mention dragon to the kobolds. Kobolds worship the dragon, but we're going to have to kill the dragon. We're going to have to kill the dragon, and then we're going to have to say that the goblins killed the dragon. Because otherwise, kobolds are going to put all the little stabbies in us.
Why not
Understood.
just bring the dragon back to the kobolds if they worship it?
Like, Richter kind of gives you kind of like a deadpan, is like, do you so I'm assuming
Dragons
that you're
can be reasoned
a
with.
well-established dragon wrangler.
No, but most dragons can be reasoned with.
Because dragons are
Particularly when
thinking
they're
creatures, and
Golden
goblins really ain't. Kobolds really ain't.
Yeah, and this white dragon was captive of the kobolds for a while and is very, very mad.
Ah,
It's also a white dragon. Ling. It's small. It's about me size, but
yeah, it's a small one. Very well.
but yeah, no. We tried reasoning with her. 3 of my companions are dead because of that. So you
No,
really
only
want to
2.
try? So, well, as far as he knows, as far as what Richter knows, the dragon is what off the party.
I was gonna say, Calcaria died because of Hobgoblin Captain.
So, but so tell me, Missy, you really want to wrangle a dragon?
Heck
If
yeah.
it's a small one, it's not really worth the trouble. They
So,
don't know nearly as much as their older counterparts.
yeah, but they still breathe fucking magical death breath. So, if you want to try, you get to be up front. So, anyway, but them's the 3 big rules. Don't read out loud. Don't stab the kobolds. Don't talk about the dragon to the kobold. About the dragon with the kobolds. We clear?
Yes, though
Just lead the way.
I read my spells out loud every morning.
So I think it's
Let's go.
I think it'd be a good time is to interrupt there where you're getting in this room now, right? And the kobold's like, halt! Who'll go there? And they're holding their spears forward and like, oh,
It may.
Richter. And they speak in Draconic some stuff and like, you bring whole new crew. We thought you dead because we see hobgoblin go by with fruit like they do, and goblins, they stay away from us. We stay away from them. We think you all dead.
Yeah, no. Mostly dead.
Do you wish to see Eustrel? We still waiting for
I don't think I.
we still waiting for Calcrix to come back and you kill all goblin.
Yeah, yeah, we're still working on the goblin thing. That's why I had to go get help. Listen, you can tail you drilled, we're still working. Just, it's taking time.
You see Calcrix yet? You talked to her?
We haven't. At least not necessarily. I thought I saw her, but
Awful
goblins
second
were carrying her away,
Oh, that sounds like
pulling her
Cough,
deeper,
bluff,
pulling,
cough.
pulling her deeper into, pulling her deeper into the place.
they start to get mad, but I think I need a bluff check. That sounds
Deception, not bluff.
or deception.
Same difference.
You know what I
Okay,
mean.
do I get advantage? Do I get any advantage since obviously I haven't stabbed any kobolds?
They have believed you up to this point, so I will say that is fair. But they would be like a wisdom check to offset it, right? Those two guys. Okay.
Yeah. So because it would be an insight.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, you needed that advantage.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
They're getting mad at it. Oh, greenskin, gobos, hate. Bring back Calcrix. We tell Ustra you come, and they will cheer, and we shall have large feast of goblin flesh waiting for you when you return. We have still 3 goblin prisoner. We slaughtered them like fatted calf, with all trimmings. You come, bring Calcrix to us. Hooah! And they're like
Goblin
cheering.
doesn't taste very good.
They don't. They're not hearing you now. They're just.
This actually turns to Nero. You've had goblin?
Winters get hard sometimes.
Oh snap!
I'll not ask questions.
Yeah, but
So
uh,
you guys,
anyway.
you guys can freely move, if you wish, right to the pit.
Oh, before I forget, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Mage armor. Okay. I'll grab these other 3 tokens here.
Yeah. Just clarifying. Does our paladin see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay, you have dark vision. Okay, I am still the only chump who does not have dark vision.
Yep.
Let me see if I have Dark Vision. I think I do.
You said you're an elf?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, elf has pretty much all the elven varieties. It's just I couldn't remember if Azamar did it.
Yeah, Asimar can
That
see
video.
in the dark.
Alright. So as we're approaching, it's just like, alright, hold up. There's a hole here. And is the trap door still down? Like, is the pit still clearly there, or did the gobos try to reset it?
Nope, I haven't touched it.
Alright.
So if you take your
I'll go
time,
first.
if you take your time, you can get across with no issue.
Before you go across, so that room over there used to be where the dragon was, so proceed.
Noted.
So, like, how do we get across? Is there like a path in the middle?
It's just the edge. That's why you have to go super slow.
With your passive perception, you do not detect anything, Nero. Except this was the trophy room we described before. The picture I just put in Discord. It's all these really badly stuffed animal heads on the wall. Kobold, cow, maybe a cub, and everything's been smashed. It's been smashed and broken. Few grisly trophies on the wall, smashed and broken cabinets, rusted iron spike in the center of the room trailing a broken chain where the dragon used to be chained. Thin patches of frost coat sections of the walls, floor, and debris, which are those white patches they put out there now. And they're still there. They're Richter, they are in different spots than when you last saw. The other spots have melted now. This is new. And yeah, there's a lot of debris here. Obviously, the room's searchable if you have time. It's like a big mess. It'll take a minute, but you can. And you hear the sound of like toenails scratching or something out in the big hall out ahead, but nothing in this room. You hear like just the quick movement, Nero, of something like whoosh, like a flap, a whoosh, click, 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 something. Door shuts, and that's it.
All right.
If you guys, like I said, if you guys take your time, you can safely get into this next room without any issues. So you can move your tokens over. into that room if you wish.
Okay.
We got something out in the hall.
Yeah. Hang on one second. Richter would like to take a. Let's see. Ritual is 10 minutes plus the time, right?
It depends on the spell.
Comprehend languages.
It'll say in the spell description how long it takes to cast as a ritual.
So. Yeah. So in this case, it would be just 10. Just ritual. So.
At least I thought it did.
Because it's just a casting time of 1 action, but
Yeah,
ritual
I think it's 10, just 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes. You're gonna sit there in this room for 10 minutes.
Unless we can.
No, we ain't. We got something out in the hall.
Yeah. So
I'm just asking.
I mean, Neryl's not.
For a friend, obviously no big deal.
Oh
So-
God, she's playing just like Calcaria. Please don't die, Summer Neryl.
Yeah. So
Time
and Richter is going to be like,
time to put on the DM hat.
does anyone
to
speak
check?
Goblin?
I do not, unfortunately. Although,
Then we won't be able to
similar.
understand any of the orders that they are barking.
It is similar to Draconic, is it not?
No, not even the same.
Kobold is similar.
Ah,
So,
Kobolds have a draconic lineage to them, which is why they usually worship dragons.
mhm.
Or want to be like them or be with
How
them.
do
Or
they know comprehend language? I don't.
Richter, you
Oh,
can
yes, I do.
you can
Oh.
get this done. You could have done it before you left the kobold's presence
Yep.
as well.
okay. Yeah, let's say I did it before we left presence, just because. Yeah, Richter wants to go into this prepared because he doesn't speak Goblin, he doesn't speak Dwarvish, and he doesn't speak Draconic. With comprehend languages, he can understand what is being said, and he can understand what has been. So he can read all the languages. Just it takes longer to read. So yeah.
Okay.
Then comprehend languages is running then.
Alrighty.
Neryl's going to step out in the hall and just take a quick look and see if she can find the.
Careful.
You see,
Well, I'm just looking.
you see 2 doors down to your right, 1 to your left, and where a door used to be at the very end. I'm not sure if this door at the south was kicked open or not.
That door didn't exist anymore because Calcaria broke it down during that first initial.
I know the
Right.
the left one was. I
The one
wasn't.
to the south.
That was gone too.
Yeah.
Think so.
We can say those are both
Yeah,
gone.
that sounds right.
The 2 north doors are still intact.
Calcaria did have a thing for kicking down doors.
It did.
Yeah.
You see a lot
Rest
of
in peace, Calcaria, rest in
you
peace.
see a lot of dry blood in this area, and actually this place is starting to, because the bodies haven't been removed, so it's starting to actually be kind of a rank decay smell of rotten flesh. You actually see bits and pieces that looks like they've been chewed on of goblin out here. And you see a destroyed twig blade that was frozen and shattered on the floor, and some fresh patches of frost. And I think this is a good time to roll initiative, just to have her on the board.
Oh, I was gonna roll stealth.
Oh, should we all roll?
We should
Yeah.
all click your tokens and roll.
Good God.
Better than my first roll.
Oof, that's
Oh, I see a Calcrix with a 1.
you're not supposed to see that. Get out of here.
I mean, like, still just.
Indeed.
So you're in the trophy room. Like I said, it's a full mess. There's a lot of crap in there. Narrow stepped out into the hall, and now that we're initiative order, Lydia, you're actually up.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. So Calcaria, Meryl didn't see anything, did she?
Not
Nope.
yet.
And can I step like around her?
Oh, I'd prefer you didn't.
Can you what? Step around her?
Can I to get through the door?
You can move through friendly.
I'd prefer you didn't. Stay behind me and out of the way.
But mechanically, yes, you can.
Okay.
In character, she's saying she prefers that you don't. But you do you, boo.
I do like the feisty ones. She says as she slips behind you. And I will reserve a spell list. How are we closing this? One, two. I will reserve a Toll the Dead for the first, like, goblin that I see.
Oh, so you have a spell at the ready to cast on the first goblin you see?
Yeah, or it's goblins, right, and not kobolds. Yeah,
Right.
goblins. Yeah, the first goblin I see, I'll cast Chill Touch on.
You cast
Toll the Dead, not Chill Touch. Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead? Okay.
Yeah, again, my spells mixed up.
On the first
And-
goblin you see.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So you go out into the hallway behind Nerl, up against the wall there, and it will be Tobias's turn, followed by Richter, and then Nerl.
Arrow steps around behind the feisty version of Nero right now.
Let's see how much he
Spicy
listens.
Yes, spicy version.
Spicy. Some like a
This
hot.
is most definitely the headstrong version of Nerl.
Tobias actually steps out.
Tobias?
Alrighty. Is that it for you?
That is it for me so far. Just
Richter.
taking cautious steps forward with great sword out.
Oh, okay. I thought you left your weapon in. Okay, no, I was kidding. Yeah.
I am going to take the moment while everybody is moving to examine this room thoroughly to make sure that there's not a, hidden frost dragon ready to chomp on our butts. So I'm assuming that's either a perception or a investigation.
Perception's fine.
Is there a hidden dragon in here?
There's not a hidden dragon in this hallway that you can see at any length. However, both of the northern doors are slightly ajar. They open out, into the hallways that they go to. That's it.
Okay, but the trophy room does not have a hidden dragon.
Oh, you're in the trophy room or in the hallway?
Yeah, I'm in the
Oh.
trophy room.
Well, there is no
He's
hidden.
the only one that listened.
There is no. So you're just looking for a drag, or you're just looking around in all the nooks and crannies?
Yeah, I'm looking around nooks and crannies, checking where Cowcrix was taking shelter. Ow. Cat.
No, there's definitely no dragon here. You would have saw her by now. Just like she couldn't hide very well last time you check. But behind this broken cabinet, actually in a cabinet with all stuff stacked around, you find what definitely is what her nest would be.
Okay.
And just by a quick cursory glance, you see there's baubles and trinkets down deep inside it. Just on a cursory glance. But no dragon.
Okay.
Tempt the rogue. Tempt the rogue. Okay.
It is noted, but Richter is more keyed up to make sure that way we don't get stabbed.
Okay. Is that you?
Yep, that's me.
Nerl.
Yes, Nerl has longbow, I believe. Yeah, longbow at the ready. She's going to sneak up here and get a look inside here. Just kind of like peering through the crack in the door.
Oh, you're going to look down that door? Uh-oh.
Mm.
Want to give me a perception check?
I certainly can. 16.
Nothing.
So like empty.
It just goes down about 20 feet, about 15 feet, and then takes a left.
Okie dokie.
All that build
was
up, and
barely
it's just
movement.
all that build up, and it's just.
Let me take a look.
I could continue moving, right? Because that was like 10 feet of movement.
Yes.
She's going to. Are these patches of ice considered like
Difficult terrain.
that? Yeah.
Yep. So two
Okay.
two squares for the one.
So she'll move, squeeze past Tobias, and go up here. Because I'm in the front, damn it.
What kind of weapon do you have?
She's got a longbow right now.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so are you all done?
Yes.
There we go. So, as soon as you get there and you looked out the
Hello, Calcrix.
out of the other northern door up here, the door is thrown open, and this dragon the size of a large dog, but with wings and a tail and a long neck, comes out. It's a white dragon, and to you probably, as a creature, she's probably beautiful, but as a possible enemy, she looks like she could be kind of terrifying, and she's like, "Kobold wretches," in Draconic, and she comes right up to you guys, and she stops in front of you, lifts back her head, and she's like, and blasts you and Tobias with a huge cone of cold.
Yay.
I think you guys.
So that's a dex save from both Tobias and Nerl, if I'm not mistaken.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Right, ice, not fire.
Ugh.
They're rolling advantage. That's not what I meant. Still got a 6, which sucks.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
If I do the cold breath weapon, that's a.
Hold on.
Oh, that's the recharge. Okay, so you guys both fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go again.
Bonus actions can only be can they only be taken on your turn?
Correct.
Okay.
The only action you could do not on your turn is a reaction.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I can never remember. I get my games mixed up. I have so many.
You guys take 18 points of cold damage.
Ow. I need to do math. Yeesh.
So she just comes
It's over
out.
half my hip.
She's like, "Kobold wretches," and she doesn't even care who you are, and she sprays both of you with some nasty, nasty frosties.
And that's that front line.
TPK number 2 in the works.
Yup. Hopefully not, though, because I really
You can
don't.
keep your negative thoughts to yourself, good sir.
And now there's a lot more ice on the ground as you guys are in it, and that will be her turn. What, she moved, only 15 feet? She has 30 feet of movement. So, Neryl, you do get to take an opportunity attack as she moves back 15 feet after that.
Do you get opportunity attacks with ranged weapons?
With ranged, yes.
I
But,
don't know.
Let's see.
hold on.
Dang it, I had it pulled up. Where was it?
Actually, she's not going to go that way. She's going to go
Page 195.
1, 2, 3 back into the hallway from which she came.
Let me pull up the opportunity attack section
All right.
again.
We'll go on to Lydia to start resolving the next turn. You can let me know. So she comes out. She breathes the ice. You guys get blasted hard. Your fingertips and your nose and your ears start to develop frostbite almost instantly. It's horribly, horribly cold. Like the ice in there, not just the cold, but the ice flecks like pierce your skin and you're bleeding all over the place. It's hard to feel that because you're so numb. And then she just retreats, slithers backwards right into the hallway, and is gone.
So opportunity attacks. You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you see moves out of your reach. You use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking creature. I mean, I can kick him. I am a barbarian.
I don't know if that counts. Unless you have unarmed attacking. I guess you can try. I don't know how much damage you're going to do.
I mean, I had...
You can always punch something.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, then you can punch. Yeah,
It's just that it's not the most effective thing in the world, and you don't get your proficiency bonus.
punch a dragon. Just, punch it.
Oh my god, I doesn't even have my unarmed attack automatically in. Okay.
So, Lydia, you can start to go as well, so we can keep moving. And then Tobias is next.
That's
Roll my dex. I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
2d4 then for damage because an unarmed
Yes.
attack is a
I am
D4.
no longer a monk. I'm sad.
Pop it.
I'll kick a dragon. I don't care. Rolled a 3 and a 5. 3 and a 2 for damage, so 5.
So 5 bludgeoning.
Ow. You kick her right in the face as she backs up and she hisses at you as she goes.
Ready hold person for when I see.
Uh-oh, he froze again.
Come back.
No, I don't think he's frozen.
He's
Yeah.
The frames. You Muso.
all
What
right.
are you doing, Frost?
He said he was
Yeah, my mom's watching TV again.
hold person was what I heard.
I'm readying hold person for when I see the dragon next.
Okay. Are you gonna move at all?
As it has 60 feet range, and I don't want to turn into a
Okay.
Vamsicle, thank you very much.
All right. Tobias.
Let's see. Well, this is gonna be.
So you guys. So the ice is basically 2 squares of movement. You're not. I think stepping from it won't cost you if you're gonna go like out here.
He's gonna go here,
Okay, that's fine.
and he's going to give Nero a lay on hands. He's going to do his full lay on hands because he knew he took a whole bunch, so did she. So 15 hit points get back to you.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice. You feel the ice crystals falling out of your body and melting as you mend up. Is that Tobias's turn?
Let me see. I'm going to see how long it takes. Let me take a quick look.
I guess you still have movement too. Richter, you probably heard the scuffle begin out there just after you peeked the treasure.
Yeah, I probably heard the very angry dragon.
Mhm.
And after touching and healing that, he says to Nero, I think we need to stay back.
All right,
it'll be fine.
you still got movement, Tobias.
Fuck you and your summer self.
Ouch.
That
Guys
gets
are
a
harsh.
grin.
I could just help but think of the expression like from Game of Thrones, "Oh sweet summer child," except that you're probably more like, "Oh you fucking summer person."
Yeah. Standing where I'm at, can I see Calcrix at least?
I think you can.
I'm keeping an eye on that dragon from here. That's all I can do is I'm keeping an eye on her and I'm getting ready to bark whatever she's planning on doing.
Gotcha. All right. Richter, and then Neryl.
Well, I already
Okay.
know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're moving, I'd say approximately 2 squares and going toe to toe, but we'll see.
25.
Wait, how am I supposed
Did
to?
check my action economy though.
Wait, no, draw out. How am I supposed to?
Are you supposed to what?
How am I supposed to paralyze it if y'all want to lure it out?
Let's see, that's a bonus action.
Just go down
Well,
that-
that's your
bonus
problem.
action.
All you have to do is go down that side
Sounds
passage
like a
and
you
flank it.
problem.
What is...
Just make sure I'm reading this correctly.
That is an action. Ugh, okay.
Richter,
All right, as my cunning action, I'm taking the dash action as a bonus action.
okay.
So
Remember, every second diagonal is 10 feet. I just want everybody to keep that in mind. The first diagonal is 5 feet, second is 10, then 5, then 10 again.
okay, so I can get in pokey range. So yeah, we just watch as this hobbit just goes pew pew pew, and he is going to be up in Calcrix's business with his rapier.
All right, through the doorway, it's gonna be disadvantage here. Okay. If you have an attack, you did double movement, but you did a bonus action for dash, right?
I
So
did I did a bonus action
All
for
right.
it
So yeah, you two attacking each other would be disadvantages for each other.
because I'd have to be in the doorway to not have disadvantage. Correct?
Correct. And which you can do, but we all know who probably wants to be in the doorway right after you. I'm just taking a gander. Now,
Actually, Neryl is going to move here.
well, wait 1 second. As
Yeah, I'm.
Richter needs to
Oh,
attack
sorry.
first.
Just need to double check.
13
one more time. That's a
against the
bonus action.
wormling.
Not quite, but a good. Her neck is out like taunting you, and as soon as you strike at it, she pulls her head back and just you again. She hisses at you. Now it's your turn, Neryl.
Narrow smash.
I want to do that. Yeah, no. Okay. Sorry, I was deciding between a couple different courses of action for Neryl here. Neryl's going to move here. And then she's going to face step. She's going to teleport here
Oh,
behind Calcrix.
oh snap!
And do I want to rage?
I forgot.
No, wait. I used my bonus action already. The phase step was a bonus action, so I cannot rage.
DM hat.
So she is dropping a weapon for an action.
Dropping a weapon is a free action.
Yeah.
Okay, because she's going to let her bow land gently on the ground, and then shift into a wolf.
Oh right. Is that still medium?
Combat wild shape.
All right.
Let me double check.
I assume most wolves are medium.
It's a dire wolf.
Oh.
It's large.
Also, now you're in a medium-sized hallway.
Oh, damn it! I forgot to take that into account.
Well,
What I wanted to do
unless you don't want to wild shape, then you don't have to.
A wolf will probably do you just fine in this case because you fit, and also it pretty much is just a little less strength, but it still has the same
Except-
bite and pack tactic profile.
Well, you tell me.
Yeah, just a regular wolf.
Okay. So let's mark you so that we know.
Let me mark off a use of my wild
Pink
shape.
wolf. Got it. Okay. Are you all done?
Let me double check my action. Let's see. Move, face step is a bonus, and wild shape I think is my action. Yeah, that's it.
So I rolled a 5 on the recharge. So she said you get behind her and you turn into a wolf.
Mm-hmm. What is the wolf's
Oh no.
dex?
Dex for a standard wolf.
I've got the
is-
stats in front of me. I wasn't asking.
Hold
Just
on.
didn't know what you had access to.
One
I
is
have access to the
Neryl,
portal book.
2 is Richter. Neryl, you can take an opportunity attack.
Oh, good. Because let's do it. It's only a +4 to hit. Okay.
Give her that try first.
Is that where Calcrix is moving?
I think so.
Okay.
16?
Did I also get an opportunity attack?
Okay, go ahead. You hit Neryl.
And
Real quick.
Mhm.
Daryl needs to be rolling at advantage.
oh yeah,
She's a wolf.
because pack
Yeah,
tactics,
pack-
but
pack
it hit
tactics.
anyway.
Okay.
It's just
It hit regardless.
checking for
Oh
crit.
wait, yeah.
you
Let
can,
me.
You can roll again. Yeah, make sure you don't crit.
No. Okay.
All right, Richter.
And then
It's re-
damage. Hold on. Calcrix also needs to make a strength save
See if she doesn't get tripped.
to see. Yeah, because if it's a DC 11, or she's knocked prone.
She does.
Yeah.
She rolls an 18.
Let me go ahead and roll my damage. That damage.
Yeah, I missed.
Shit.
Okay, so give me the damage from Neryl, and then you're going to be making a Constitution saving throw, Richter.
8 damage
Ooh, that's good.
on a bite.
It's real good. I don't think she has any damage immunities other than cold or resistances. That's a real good hit. So what's it look like as she sees you turn to wolf and she backs out? Oh, nice.
Yeah, Neryl, as Calcrix, she just bites out at Calcrix's hind leg as she tries to flee.
You rip into it good. She screams and screeches. She ducks under Richter's blade. And she turns. She's like, "This is the last time I'm dealing with you." And although Richter pulls some great acrobatics, he still takes an itty bitty bit. So half of this rounded down, of course. So 11, Richter. Oof. Good thing you made that save throw.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, son. Mm-hmm.
Let's be down to 8 HP.
Oh shoot! I forgot. When I face stepped, Calcrix should have taken 1 fire damage because I face stepped within 5 feet. The fire, or summer rather, face step. I can do 1 fire damage to any creature within.
When you
5
faced
feet
it,
of me.
when you oh,
Yeah.
okay,
When I face step as summer,
okay. I will take 1 more off.
and I have no charisma modifier, so it's a minimum of 1 damage.
Okay. Alrighty, so that was interesting. So she backs out and flames on Richter. There's a lot more hazardous terrain now. She frosts the ground. She also gets hurt in the process. She doesn't look happy. She's bleeding now. It is Lydia's turn. Lydia, you should have been able to cast Hold as soon as she came out, right?
Yep. So where would she been?
She would
Well,
have been.
just on the spot because you probably wouldn't have been able to see her past me.
Oh, I'll say so because there's a chance that if Hold Person works, then you didn't get hit by this breath weapon, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, because whole person's paralysis, or is it just a reduction to 0?
Yeah, I want to say it's paralysis. Let me pull it up real quick.
Well, just click it out there and then tell me what I need to roll.
She, wisdom saving throw, which means it probably won't go off. But you never know.
Uh-oh.
13. Yep. Nope.
Question.
Oh,
I do have a question. Does Hold Person only work with humanoids?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think so. I was just pulling it up.
realized that. Shit. Pardon my language. Can I just swap that to like Tasha's hideous laughter? As
Only if I get
I
to
think-
roll. Only if I get to roll my saving throw again.
there, because
That's fair.
in character, I think that I think Lydia would know that Hold Person, doesn't work on.
Dragons.
On non-people.
Yeah,
So as soon as you see
my
her.
bad for forgetting.
All right. Can
Yeah.
you? I want to see what the spell is though. Can you click it so it's
Sure.
in the chat
Uh,
and then tell me what I got to roll? Oh yeah, that's right. It was a wisdom saving throw or fall.
That
Wisdom
is the-
save of C13.
That is the issue with a lot of my spells right now.
At the end of each turn, it takes damage. Target, and each time it takes damage, you can make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, so if it's triggered by damage on a success, the spell ends. Okay, gotcha. So we gotta make another wisdom saving throw, right? I don't think.
Fails. So the Dragon League is having a case of the giggles.
So I don't think the breath weapon went off.
Okay.
right? Because you had the action.
Yeah, because if she was moving beforehand, then yeah, she stops and falls prone and
Because
is incapacitated.
yeah, because Lydia said you hold an action. So as soon as you saw the dragon, it comes out of the room. You cast it. The dragon is moving back and rearing its head to do the frost damage, but instead she's like. It does not sound like laughter, Richter, which you don't even know what's happening. You don't even actually probably know what's happening. But Lydia, it does not sound like, well, draconic laughter, I guess. But dragons don't really laugh, I guess. They usually cackle. But she's...
I hate to be a rules as written person, but the range is only 30 feet.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
So it does happen and go off. Unless, you had held action. I didn't read the range.
Yeah, I forgot. Because, I was thinking a whole person 60 foot. Just for the sake of convenience, I think it would have gone off.
Okay, but not enough range to hit her then, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
No.
So you do take the
Yeah.
you do
Yeah,
take the
sorry
11
about
damage,
that.
and the ice is on the ground. There's a lot of Jeff. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Good.
And Lydia,
I shall rectify this then.
you can move, and then it's going to be Tobias's turn.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
that
was the
I-
held spell.
that
But
was
no.
the held spell.
But you don't also get to move and then cast it, right?
You can move and cast
Yeah, that was the held spell from my last one.
because on a hold, unless the conditions are met, the action is not taken.
Okay, but the action was to cast a spell, not also to move, though, right?
You could always move. Movement is not the same as an action.
Well, I know, but it's
So-
okay. So I guess I'm confused here.
So
You're off the
movement.
held
But
you
it's
can-
not her turn,
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah, it's not.
She had a held action. This was not her turn.
Oh yeah, it's to. Wasn't it her turn though?
No.
She goes after Calcrix.
We were at
Yeah, but it was technically Calcrix's turn, which is right before Lydia when the dragon
Yeah,
moves out.
But, so thus
Okay.
now it is. So now it is Lydia's turn.
Okay, yes, and then it would be Lydia's turn. So I just want to make sure that we establish that the ice went off, the breath weapon.
Yes.
Now Lydia
Yeah.
can move up and do whatever you want. Thank you.
Cast,
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Cast Thasha's again.
Okay.
So,
Make another saving throw, Lucas, is what you're saying, right?
yep. Of course, that's the one. That's the time rolls higher. But yep. nothing
Well,
happened.
you know what? No, because I didn't have to make the saving throw last time, so that would have been my saving throw this time. So I'm going to say
Oh,
the 10 from before was the original one instead of rolling it again, because I shouldn't have rolled again. I should have rolled it once. So
okay.
she fails this time and now is rolling and laughing in Draconic. There, everybody wins except for Richter.
I look like a Smurf.
You got smurfed
got
in the
the
Smurf,
blues.
man. All right. There, are we all happy now? I think
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I think that's pretty square and pretty fair. All right, Tobias, you have a dragon that's rolling and laughing, and it's just waiting for you to come up and say hi.
Seeing as how the dragon is currently
incapacitated.
giggling and laughing and incapacitated, let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, no, that's going to be
2 for the ice.
so there.
Yep.
And I'm going to let's see, just make sure that I read it correctly. I will expend a spell slot to do a divine smite.
Ouch.
Yes.
So if you hit, this is gonna be huge.
For 2d8 extra radiant damage if I hit.
I want to say you have advantage on it from prone.
Yes, you have advantage because it's a prone target.
Swing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Also smite damage crits as well.
Yep.
Oh, that's
So
gonna
roll
hurt.
great sword damage first,
Great sword damage, 17 points of
and
damage.
then what's your smite damage?
2d8.
Okay, so you roll 4d8.
Oh,
4d8.
my
Oh,
goodness.
Radiant damage. Wow, 9. So a total of 26
That's still a lot of hurt.
So what'd you do the first time?
Nuclear launch detected.
You did 17 damage the first time, right?
damage. 17 damage and then 9 damage, so a total of 29 damage.
So she's at -8.
17 and 9 is
26.
26.
That
Yeah.
was
And if I can do that right
You
there.
said 29.
Oops.
Either way, very dead wormling.
So I'm going to go ahead and let our awesome paladin, because paladins are awesome, go ahead and tell us how this looks as we slay our first dragon in this campaign.
He sees the dragon having a giggle fit, walks up, looks completely disheveled, face is partially frozen, still having to deal with the frostbite that's being set in, as he brings up his hand, which is shaking, into his other hand, and says, "You will terrorize no living being anymore," and brings his sword down, severing the head of the wormling white dragon from its shoulders.
Ultimate fatality.
It just laughs in your face as its head leaves its body. And then we're seeing from Evil Dead 2, I think, where it's like, "I swallow your soul, I swallow your soul." And then you shotgun in the face while you say, "Swallow this." Sorry, I just wanted to do that Evil Dead part because it's my favorite part ever. No, but the head goes rolling away with this radiant light. It kind of blinds everybody for a second. And there's a dead dragon.
I have sunburn now.
Feels instantly warmer. The ice begins to melt a little bit, maybe not quite. And Tobias, Saren, and the group stand victorious over this wormling white dragon, formerly known as Calcrix.
I need to heal.
And this is
And Neryl,
healing.
still as a wolf, will come out this way, kind of sniff at Calcrix, and then just like look up at Tobias and just whine a little bit.
No, you can't eat it.
She shifts back, kind of leaves her wolf form, stretches, grabs her bow. Well, I wasn't gonna eat it. I wanted to kill it. Now come here.
Alright. Walks up to Neryl.
Guess what Neryl has?
a treat.
Healing potion?
That is
Healing.
cure wounds.
A doggy treat.
A doggy treat.
Oh.
A dog. Yay.
Wait, who are you?
Cure 9 hit points.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were healing Caltrix for a second.
Why would I be doing that?
Dragon,
I was like,
Dragon's
what
like,
Does not heal decapitation that easily.
thank you. I have needed that. You put a stick up in the neck, and then you stick that part into the dragon body. It's good. It's like a really weird puppet. Anyways, it took a while to get here, and we're a little over time. So this is where the adventuring is going to end. But
I'm also gonna heal myself.
I will allow you to loot the dragon's hoard and know what that is real quick if you wish.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I will get my notes ready.
I will paste it in. Well, it's not a lot because she was just a wormling. But it's kind of funny that we got here because you guys were so close before, even though you didn't know what you're looking for. But you find, if you're ready, Neryl, you get a dragon-shaped jade. You know, I'm going to copy paste it, but I'll read it out loud as well so that everybody hears. I'll put it right in the Discord. You have
If I close my
a dragon-shaped jade figurine worth 20 gold, a crystal goblet, 5 gold, and 24 pieces of fine silverware, 1 gold piece each. This is the... Also,
Oh, someone.
there is a sealed scroll case carved of bone, carrying an inscription, which the runes, of course, are in Dwarvish.
Yeah, I looked, so then, like, Richter's gonna be like, pass it over.
Well, I can keep hold of it.
Well, let me look at it first to make sure it's what we're actually after.
Guess what we're looking for? The runes are right.
It does say Kun Drukar on the scroll case. Obviously, it's not like it's never like been opened sealed, but it is definitely sealed. Actually, no. The case is cracked. It looks like there's been damage to the case, so the parchment inside, you're not sure if it's, if it's in good or bad shape or not.
Okay.
But it does look like that's what Zorn was looking for. So weird. It was in the Dragon's Hoard. You guys were so close last time.
Yeah, Nero will tuck it into safely in her bag.
Now, out of character, does anyone look at the sheet inside? Or did you guys leave it?
Nope.
I can't read.
I mean,
Richard wants to, but Nero's puppy grow into the skull.
Nero's like, I've got it. Tucks it in her bag. It's what he's looking for.
and that
Just don't get eaten with it in your possession or something.
Well, I'm more likely to do the eating. Have you seen me?
Yes, we have.
yes, always so dry and sarcastic. All right, I'm gonna put a big X on her face. -8. She was at 18 hit points, and then you did 17. I'm like, okay, down to 1. I'm pretty sure
I
this.
wanted to kill her.
I'm pretty sure this divine smite is going to do the trick, and
It didn't.
it's
And
got-
that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call burst damage.
yeah, that was.
I didn't even get to rage this time.
This is why I play paladins, because smite evil.
And I have 3 other kinds of smite I can do.
You're gonna need them because there's a really, really tough. When we come back here, it's gonna be a couple months, but when we come back, there's a really tough hobgoblin captain, tougher than this dragon to fight.
Oh, I have a special smite for him.
All right, good. I'll tell you a little something out of game because the Yawning Portal campaign is a collection of old 3.5 modules redone for 5th edition. They all kind of go in steps. So like this is the level 1 through 3 dungeon. The next place is like 4 to 5 and so on. So they were all written and they're actually kind of connected. And actually, this is the hint towards the next dungeon because the next one is like, I forget what it's called, but it's an old dwarven mine. So it's kind of cool that it was actually when this was published back in the 90s.
Tomb of Hagamoth?
I will look, but when this was published back in the 90s, this other one was published right after it, like a few months later. It's called the Forge of Fury.
Forge of Fury, yeah.
So it's just kind of cool that it says The Forge of Fury by Richard Baker was originally published in 2000 as an adventure for the 3rd edition D&D. It was published shortly after the Sunless Citadel and was designed as a follow-up to it. So I just love how they put both of those in the beginning of the Yawning Portal to kind of connect. So we're connecting them with your patron going, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and then you go from here to the next. So that's just a little hint at what's going up. I started finally reading into the second one, and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be so much fun. But this first level adventure has been crazier and more fun than I was going to give credit to, and that's all thanks to the players playing interesting characters and then dying and playing some more interesting characters. So, but unfortunately, our season and our time have come to an end. I got to take a little hiatus as I welcome my next family member into the family. That sounded weird coming out, but anyways, baby boy is coming out real soon. He's got no more than about 19, 20 days at the most. And he's getting his first eviction out of his apartment there. He's coming out. Oh, yeah.
What happens when you don't pay the rent?
That was, yeah, pretty much. And my wife is the landlord, and she getting sick of it. Anyway, so good on her. She's a tough woman. I can't imagine.
That's what you do when the tenants wreck the place.
He is too. Anyway, so I'm glad to welcome him to the world, and of course and now the whole world knows his name.
Did that on purpose.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
I muted myself when I was saying his name that we picked, even though we haven't picked his name yet. My mom keeps trying to get it out of me. I'm like, nope, you don't get to know. No one gets to know. We don't even know yet. So anyways, you guys will find out when we come back in a couple months. But we're not done yet. Band of Blades, the Sunless D&D, Alien RPG, Robotech, the Macro Saga, all coming back. Plus, I want to do some more Call of Cthulhu. I'd like to do my zombie RPG, modern day. I want to play this other Powered by the Forged in the Dark game called Into the Dark. It's still in beta, but it looks awesome. And there's some other games I want to play as well. So we're going to look at that. We're looking at this.
Sign me up for Into the Dark.
Oh, yeah, it looks It looks groovy. I found a copy of the
I
beta.
just really like Forged in the Dark games.
Oh, it looks.
It's my favorite system ever.
It's like the simplest hack of it yet. It's simple, easy to play,
nice.
real quick setup. So it looks, and it's really crazy. Anyways, I'm not gonna tell you more about it because we got to get out of here. But my name is Lucas G Variety. You can follow me on my Discord and follow on Twitch. Subscriptions really help. I finally got my payout for my Twitch over the last year. It's helpful to pay back to the channel and get some things taken care of. We can get some lighting. By the time I come back, hopefully this beautiful face will be even more in your face. Anyways, stop talking, Lucas. All right, let's just go over to Joe and let's do our shoutros, and then we got to get out of here because my voice is about gone, and it's from being that dragon in Zorm. Anyways, take it away, Jodo.
All right, well, howdy, folks. I'm Jodo1025, and I am so glad to be part of this. This is I don't get a lot of time being in the player seat versus being behind the GM screen because over on my channel, twitch.tv/Jodo1025, I run mostly charity D&D content. We are coming off our hiatus in February, and we're looking forward to hitting the pavement hard as we start our fifth year of Extra Life charity fundraising after last year's smashing success at raising $3,500 for Extra Life charity as part of the Children's Miracle Network. So we're looking forward to meeting or surpassing that again. I have a good feeling about it. So, but starting next month, which really is kind of like next week, now that I think about it, it approaches. Starting on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, we will be running Titans of Moran, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure. It is our longest running campaign, and that runs from 6 p.m. Mountain Standard until about 9 p.m. Mountain Standard. And then Saturdays, I'm going to have 2 shows running, each running in tandem with one another, so on a bi-weekly schedule. So first of which is being Blades in the Dark, which will be what we open up with. So Blades in the Dark, Knights of Mischief, where my crew is figuring out how to play the game and is kind of dealing with the aftershocks of a first job gone really bad. So, but I have faith that they will come together, figure it out, and they will be awesome scoundrels later down the line. So, and then that will be running in tandem as the following, starting in late February, we will, on the opposing Saturday, we'll be running the Keld Saga, Verse 2, another Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure that's using some interesting homebrewed generation mechanics into it as we have a good old Viking adventure and see what trouble my players get into. I got some new faces coming in, and I think folks will be very impressed with what they have to bring. So, but other than that, I'm also kind of the channel hobo, but I am kind of fading a little bit into the background. So right now I'm involved with this on Lucas's channel, as well as Aliens, Destroy Their Worlds. Let's see here. Dungeons Worlds.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Well, Robotech when it comes back.
Yeah, Robotech. So Robotech as Ivan Suranova, the crazy Russian artilleryman. Yeah, many others. Just stick around the channel. You'll see me pop up. So, but with that, big thank you to Lucas for having me on, as always. So, big thank you to my fellow cast members for letting me have my shenanigans. And with that, I am going to pass it to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Ava.
Hey, I'm Ava Rogers, as I'm sure everyone is aware by now. Catch me mostly over on Twitter at @ThatNerdyWriter. I talk about mostly my writing, as might be assumed, considering the name. But I also link to some of my streams and whatnot when I remember. Every Monday night, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/masterofrem, REM. We're playing a Dresden game where I play another Irish character who just figured out last week that she's a druid. And got bit by a vampire PC. So that was a thing. It was really fun. I survived it. And yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun over there. I wasn't involved in this, but another thing that the Master of Rim channel and Rim Alternus is doing is go on to Kickstarter and check out Clockwork Circus. It hasn't launched yet. It will launch in a few days, I think. It's less than a week now. It is a steampunk adventure. I don't know too much about it myself, but I've seen some of the trailers and previews I've got for it, and it looks amazing. They've got some great art. It's Coddlesworth's Clockwork Circus. I think that's all I have right now. I'm not in any other streams. Jeff, take it away.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff. Thanks once again to Lucas for running the game, and for my fellow players. It's been a ton of fun, and I'm not looking forward to the hiatus, but I am looking forward to the return back. I will be playing Tobias Saren, as in this game, and then I'll be also in Blades in the Dark. Wait a minute. Blades in the Dark? Right. Band of Blades. Band of Blades. Thank you, Forged in the Dark, for making all your names similar. But I will be in Band of Blades as the Spy Master Viscount Vex the Viper, as well as a few, minor characters in there as well. If you want to, you can find me at smol.com at jeffbeck1108, where you'll see me do some voice acting and singing if you find that your fancy. And depending on how auditions go, I may or may not be voicing a couple of characters for a Skyrim mod. And I am also going to be writing D&D and Call of Cthulhu scenarios for Drive-Thru RPG. Keep your eye open for that. And with that, I'm going to toss it over to Frost. Frost.
Hi, I'm Frostjager. I don't even know where I was going to go with that. Anyways, I am also not unhappy, but I am going to miss doing D&D and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Aliens on Tuesday and Thursday as well. Big thanks to Lucas and fellow cast members for putting up with my shenanigans. And that's pretty much it, as I don't really have much of a social media presence or a Twitch channel of my own. Well, I do, but I don't do anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, that's okay. I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for watching the feature on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, and all my players. Thanks for understanding as we go away and come back. But thank you for your support. I'll still be chatting with you guys. I'll miss you guys a lot, but I'll be chatting with you guys in Discord, and I'll keep you up to date. And looking forward to having a new kid. I know it's a busy, crazy time as a parent, but I'm also looking forward to it. Obviously, if I wasn't, I should not be doing the parenting thing. But well, I don't have a choice now. Going in it with both feet. Anyways, we got to get out of here because it's late and I got to go to bed so I can take care of the other kid in the morning. Anyways, thank you guys, all of you out there. Y'all have a good night. God bless and good gaming. We will see you real soon. Time will go fast. Don't worry about it. We'll be back before you know it. Peace, guys.